What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with a very quick video. I thought we would take this opportunity to show you guys all of the Boba Fett items in my collection related to the vintage collection. And it's certainly not complete. I'm not trying to pretend that it is. If you want to see a complete run, please check out Boss Bounty on YouTube. He has a video up on his channel that details every variation of every Boba Fett known to man within the vintage collection. So I've received a new one for this collection in the mail, and it was from a channel subscriber, and wow, it is an insane item. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which is at Action Figure Grader, you have already seen this, but I'm going to show that in a second. But first, let's run through really quickly some of the other vintage collection items in my collection. I mean, technically, this doesn't say vintage collection on there. This is like a Target exclusive droids 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm. But, you know, when Hasbro was doing the press release photos for these droids Boba Fett's, it was listed underneath the vintage collection. And as I've talked about in past videos, I don't expect any of the grading companies to actually say vintage collection on there, on the grading label, because it's not mentioned anywhere on the packaging, which is strange to me. But anyway, this is my awesome droids Boba Fett. I'm sending that in to get graded here soon. This is one I'm not sure that I've ever shown on the channel other than when I first got it. But this is, I think, a Star Wars Celebration pre-production proof card for Boba Fett's Empire Strikes Back card back. So it's the VC09 card back, and I think it's from 2010, if I remember. Yeah, 2010. And so this is, these were given out at Star Wars Celebration. There's a number of these. I've got a couple of them for sale, or I'm going to by the time this video airs. For the Han Solo and Echo Base outfit, I've got a Luke Bespin that's also for sale. Both of them are graded 95 and 90 plus respectively. And I've got a few others in my collection that I'm going to keep, like this one, this Boba Fett. I've got an Anakin Skywalker, and I've also got a Darth Vader. So the Darth Vader is the highest graded item in my entire collection, believe it or not. It's a 95 plus. I've never gotten as high of an item graded in my life. So that was really cool. But anyway, this is the Boba Fett, and it's a really nice one. It is punched. You can get these unpunched, apparently, but I have never seen one personally. I just got the punched example. But, you know, these are just kind of, I think these were given out as gifts at Star Wars Celebration, but this is the vintage collection proof card. It was graded 90 back in 2021. And the big boy in my collection is this one. We've talked about this at length, and I've shown this a number of times, so I won't belabor the point. But this is the villain set, the special action figure Target exclusive villain set that has the Sand People, Boba Fett, and Snaggletooth. But what makes this one unique is that this is a factory test shot. And let's see if we get it. Factory test shot, Target exclusive. So this is a pre-production kind of factory sample, and it has the embossed gold employee tracking number on there, 0028. It's like a check-in, check-out number for employees, Hasbro engineers, so forth, as they were kind of testing out the mold and the packaging and the manufacturing process to make sure that it went smoothly. But that's a really amazing item. That was sold to me by Anthony P., who has got the most amazing vintage collection pre-production run I've ever seen in my life. Here is one of my recent additions. This is the Boba Fett without the chest sensor. And so this was obviously the Return of the Jedi version of Boba Fett that came out last year. One of the highlights from the vintage collection last year. That is graded 90, VC 186, no chest dent. As I've said in many times, this really should say no chest sensor, which is how AFA labels it. But a very nice item, graded 90. And then this one is the reissue of the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. I had to look everywhere for this one. I couldn't find it anywhere. But this is the reason I saved this one for last, is because I've got another one that's very similar to this. But this is the reissue, Vintage Collection Empire Strikes Back 90, 90, 95. So an overall 90. Now look at this amazing item that was sent to me courtesy of James M. I'm going to keep his name anonymous, but he found my channel, I guess, through Boss Bounty. He reached out to Boss and said, hey, I need John's mailing address. And I got back from Disney, and lo and behold, this was at my door. And what an insanely generous gift for James to send me. This is the Canadian original issue TVC Boba Fett. But what's unique about this one is that this has the sticker off, the factory error Boba Fett free gratuit sticker for the rocket firing Boba Fett mail away. So for a limited number of these, this offer sticker or offer graphic had Boba instead of Boba. They had the extra B, and there's a number of characters that have that. But to have the Boba Fett with the Boba Fett error sticker is so awesome. It's just an incredible item. And yeah, here's the back of it, and you can see very clearly here. It's got all the multiple languages. Where is it? Yeah, Hasbro Canada. There you go. Hasbro Canada, and it's got all the multiple languages. That denotes it's the Canadian card back. But what an incredible item. I've actually got a really awesome run of Canadian cards now. Keith Guppy, who is a Patreon supporter, he sent me the Canadian Shock Trooper. That's at CAS right now being graded. I've got the Canadian Jango Fett. That's at CAS, as well as the Echo Base Hoth Rebel Soldier. All of those are the Canadians. All three of those are at CAS right now. I obviously just got this one. I also have Darth Malgus VC96, I believe is his number, as well as VC102, the Ahsoka Canadian card. So I've got a nice little run going. I think altogether now I've got 6 Canadian vintage collection card backs, and this is just an incredible addition that I cannot thank James enough for. Just so kind. He is apparently a fan of the channel. He said that the only caveat is that I have to show off my collection room at some point, and I've been meaning to do it, but it's just such a complete and total disaster zone right now between all the books back from CGC and my kids and my wife and my life and everything. It's just, this whole room is a disaster. So at some point, I promise to do it. It's always in flux, though. I've sold a few items here recently on Rogue 5 just because I'm running out of room. And I also do have, I think I've got like 60 items at CAS right now. So as soon as I show my collection room, as soon as stuff comes back from the graders, it's already out of date. Because I've got like another 60 books at CGC. I've got 60 items at CAS. I've got a few items at AFA. So at some point, though, I promise to at least do a walkthrough of my vintage Kenner and kind of the display shelves and all that stuff. My room is not nearly as exciting as you people seem to think it is, because I've gotten a number of requests for it. But let's take this one out really quickly out of the star case so you can take a closer look. But this is a very mint example. I mean, it is just as clean as can be. I can't thank James enough for taking the time to and the effort to send this to me as a gift, especially because this is not a cheap item. This is a very expensive item. And so there's the Boba Fett free gratuit, but just an extremely clean card. And I'm just kind of overwhelmed with the generosity of the toy community, because I've gotten just a number of amazing items in my collection because of you guys. And so that's why I try to give back as much as I can back to you guys with these giveaways, because I feel like it's the least I can do with just all the insane generosity that I've received from you guys. And quite honestly, I don't feel like I deserve, some of the great things that you guys have given me. So I just really appreciate James's generosity with this gift. And thank you to Boss Bounty Tim for coordinating getting it to me. It's just really, really kind to you guys. But anyway, that's really my collection so far. I am going to send this in to get preserved with CAS along with that Droids Boba Fett. And I'm going to send the Droids R2-D2 and the VC211 Maldo Kreese here in the next week or two, just to get them all kind of encased and in process, because we won't see those probably till late this year, if then, just given the turnaround times. That's all I really had for this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. Thank you again to James for the amazing gift. And thank you to all my Patreon supporters for helping the channel grow. Thanks again, and I'll be back soon.